So we went to 2009, just before I
me and Ali worked it out in 2010 because it was the first time that I'd been and Blue Gillespie were playing, and we checked that Blue Gillespie were playing in 2010. Yeah?
Something like that, yeah.
Something along those lines. It's Gareth's fault, pretty much. That's the,
David Lloyd's
that's the easiest way to put it. Right, what were we saying? We were talking about, Wales Comic Con is a convention for varying fandoms.
Yeah.
Based in Wrexham in Wales, which is just across the border.
Yeah, it's run by Jamie. I've forgotten his last name.
Milner.
Yeah.
My pronunciation.
But it's run by a guy called Jamie, and
it's completely Looney Tunes, which helps.
He started off as a fan himself, going to conventions, and he thought, why can't I do this? And to be fair to Jamie, he's done an amazing job.
He's definitely kicked ass on a lot of normal people get their hands on.
Yeah.
It's like, up until Wales, I only did 3-day cons because the conventions in my own area, the one we had, kind of sucked. But I'd done Telford and I didn't like it, and I was a bit iffy. But then Ali said she'll drive, which is usually the catalyst to doing a lot of crazy stuff. And we knew a few people who we were going to meet.
Yeah.
Because we had Heather, the Kim was there. I heard Estelle was going to be there, and some of the others.
Claire Martin. There's quite a few people who...
Basically the old Blue Gillespie torture group from that time.
Jimmy and Ruth, I think. Yeah.
And was Kath there? Carol?
Caroline, yeah. But, Caroline March.
She couldn't do it.
No, but Caroline Illman was there.
And... I forgot what I said now. No, it's like, I went mainly for Gareth, and then I think it was the one after, the year after, he went as just a normal I'm a tortured actor type guest, so we went again. But then we actually started getting into it, and it's become kind of our regular thing.
Yeah.
Since I started going, I've missed, I think, 2. One because I was in New Zealand. I mean, come on, if you've got an excuse, going to another country. And last year because we had
Whitby.
No, it was Ali's mum.
Oh, yeah.
Ali's mum wasn't very well and subsequently passed over, but we went down with her so she won't be alone.
Actually, we have missed 3 because you missed 3, I missed 2, because one of them was Whitby as well, because he bumped into...
Oh, yeah. The Juliet, because James was there.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that she was in one place and James was in another. Now, and I blame Wales for me getting into the whole photo shoot thing, because I hated photo shoots or photo opportunities. I'm not exactly the fucking Mona Lisa, so... But I went up to Gethin Anthony and Finn Jones when this is back before the Night of Flowers got a main part and before What Happens to Renly happens. Actually, no, it's just after Renly. I'm not spoiling because I don't know who's seen the show and who hasn't. And I know we're about 4 seasons past, but still, I got yelled at for spoiling it from a guy who's only just started watching. So I print out my own pictures if I can find one that I really like, and I had this picture from season 2 with, Loris is climbing Renly, put it that way. And I also had a Tyrrell flag, and I was talking to Finn, and he was signing the picture, and then he passed it over to Gethin, and Gethin looks at it and goes, I recognise this picture. And Finn goes, it's where I bit your nipples to get you in the mood. And there's literally me there going, oh my frelling god. So Gethin's going, oh yeah, I can remember this. And Finn has completely lost track of the conversation because he's staring at this flag. And he's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you've got a flag." I'm like, "Yeah, I have material. I may sound like a stag, but I have taste." So Gethin gets up and decides he wants a picture with the flag. And Finn goes, "Yeah, count me in, obviously, because no point you having a picture with the Tyrrell flag without me there." And then I went to move to the side, out of the way, and I got blocked in from either side. I had Renly Baratheon on one side and Loras Tyrrell on the other. I couldn't move. Singing on the table. Your favourite, singing on the table.
Oh, yeah. One of the things that sticks out for me is Craig Parker. I think it was the my third Wales Comic Con and my fourth. I can't
remember. I think 4th was when we did 17. So your third.
Yeah. So I was just looking and I saw Craig Parker. So I went to get his autograph and
he's Haldir in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and he's also in Reign and
Spartacus, Legend of the Seeker. And we've recently found us in Power Rangers as well.
He's pretty much been in everything.
All the way back to the Xena era, trust me. For whom the bell tolls.
But he sat on the table and he's as mad as a bag of frogs. I went up to him. I said like, "Hi, can I have your autograph?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, come on. What's your name?" I'm like, "Oh, my name's Heather." He's like, "Heather?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then he's just going, "Heather, Heather, 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 such a pretty name." And whenever I walked past him, he was singing it whenever he saw me. And just things like that. And another one, so I'm sure I've spoken about this before in other videos, but Gareth David Lloyd, I wanted a joint picture with him and Narco, who played Toshiko in Torchwood. And I was sat on...
Sorry, I'm the torture police.
I walked past and said, "Hey Gareth," and at this point, Gareth David Lloyd kind of knows my name, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but...
At least he likes you.
He likes you too.
You told him to get his fucking feet off his camera before. Not Wales Comic Con, another event.
But anyway...
Wait till he stops laughing.
I went up to Gareth and I said, "Could I have a selfie?" And he's like, "Yeah, you can." He said, "But would it be possible to have one with both of you?" And Narco was like, "What's that?" So I said to Narco, "Look, I'd really like a picture of both."
She's not managed to make it to any of the hubs or Miracle Days where Narco has been.
And Narco was like, yeah, no. Then she goes, "But we're going to work out payment." And Gareth goes, "Tell you what, she'll pay half of it and I'll pay for the other half." So Gareth practically bought half.
She ain't kidding on this one. Me and Ali can both vouch.
Bought half of my selfie with him and Narco, which I was just like, wow, you know. And a lot of the guys I've met have been really, really nice. Like another one of them, we've been talking today about memories and X-Pac, who I'd heard mixed things about.
Wrestling guys.
Yeah. It was really nice. It was lovely. Tatonka, who I had met before Wales Comic Con, but a couple of years before.
The Native American one.
Yeah.
And I'm not a wrestling fan. I just get dragged along.
He was really nice. You know, so there's been so many good memories of going to Wales Comic Con.
Most of the time, I just get dragged along for the ride because I have very rare taste in actors and stuff. Usually, they've either stopped doing conventions or don't do conventions. But not last year, year before, so about 3 years ago or something, give or take. Atlantis had just been cancelled on the BBC. Or was it coming up onto its last series or something?
Yeah, coming up to the last series.
And I wasn't paying enough attention to Wales Comic Con because I was going anyway. I don't usually pay that much attention. And everyone knows I have a certain liking for Amy Manson and Jemima Rooper. One from Torchwood, one from Hex. And they've both at this point have been in Atlantis, separately, of course. And I think you told me that Jemima was going to be there, and then Ali told me that Amy was going to be there.
All the way around, yeah.
Something like that.
It was something like that.
And this is literally like getting Daniel Sharman and Tyler Hoechlin together, right? And I was planning this for months. I knew exactly what I was going to do, exactly what I was going to say. And then I went to MCon, which is another convention, and I met Jemima because I didn't even realise she was going to be there. And I was talking to her about what I was going to talk to her about at Wales, which was when she was in Famous Five. Yes, I'm showing my age here. But then when I saw her at Wales, I didn't even know it was her because she was pregnant at the time and she was starting a show. But then at Wales, it was smack you in the face, obvious that she was pregnant. And she said, "What past me?" Went, "Hi, Midnight." I'm like, "What? Who?" And then I was totally flustered because I'd missed my photo shoot with Amy Manson. So I walk in and Ali's on my shoulder because she knows how much I love Amy. And she's like, "Can she have a photo with you?" And I'm like, she said it, not me. She said it, not me. And she's like, I put my picture down, and it was this Torchwood one because Amy played one of the what they call the lesbian Torchwood officers in Fragments. So she's showing that, she's like, "Yeah, sure, you can have a picture." And I'm like over there, and you can see that my smile is. I'm trying not to make die smiling, and it's like, I'm going to kill Jamie for both of these meets because he's like, Jemima was there, and then Amy was there, and Jemima was watching this whole thing, and I'm like, I'm actually kind of glad they're not sat together because Ali would probably get me in a picture with both of them.
Another one was like me and Ali was talking about this afternoon. Ali's actually in work, but the three of us, and another one was with what Ali said was probably one of hers, was with Paul Amos. I actually have to tag Paul in this video because I've got him on my Facebook. But
they probably go, "Shit, it's you two again."
Paul had been at Star Fury's
Vampire
Ball 4. And at Vampire Ball 4, Ali had offered him...
No, he nicked it the first time.
Okay, he nicked this drink that's called the Green Dragon. Don't ask us what's in it, we don't know.
It's the older crowd that know it, not us.
But if you drink a pint of a Green Dragon, you are a Dragon Slayer. I'm a Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Master. 3 pints is an idiot.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What's it? And no, with vodka.
Sambuca, blue balls, orange juice, and that's about all I remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember how you make it, which order or how much of each, so don't try it, mate. It is deadly.
But anyway, Paul had mixed some of this at Vampire Ball 4.
And then kept coming back for it.
Yeah. And then during the photo shoot, he said to Midnight...
Basically, we were hanging around. I didn't like the hotel where the con was at, so I was doing my damnedest not to spend too much time in one room. I was milling around. And wherever we were, he managed to walk past us and nick some. And then when my pint went out, he started nicking it off Ali. And then me and Ali had a photo shoot with him the next morning. And his picture with Ali went fine. He didn't say out to her. But when he came to me, he's like, I'm like this with him. And he goes, "No more of that green stuff, love. I couldn't remember after midnight." And I'm like, you nicked it, mate.
And another one was... Anyway. So... That next one, Meet Wales Comic Con, thought, great, be good to see him again. Walked up to the desk, he's like, "I remember you three."
No, dude. Juliet, who's one of Ali's friends, was talking to him, and she'll kill me for saying this, but she's on the thin end of the scale of our little universe. And for some reason, he couldn't see past Juliet to see me, Ali, and Heather. She walks off, and he's like, "Oh my god, it's you three." And I'm like,
What?
What have you done this time?
He's like, "You've not got the green stuff, have you?" And I was like, "No, that's
the 3-day convention thing."
He goes, "Well, I've got tequila."
So he offers these two, her and Ali, a shot of tequila, and he just looks at me and goes, "Well, someone's got to take the picture."
But on this, as Midnight's taking the picture, behind him is this sign that says
No
post photos. But the girl who was his Pierre.
I think that was Elaine.
Possibly.
Yeah.
the girl who was his PA, she's like, yeah, go on.
She's the picture herself, so...
If Paul said it's okay, so like Paul, we have this picture of Paul with the three of us taking a shot of tequila.
That's her, Ali, and him.
Yeah, and then you got, what did I think her name was?
I think it was Elaine, I'm not really sure.
It's holding this bottle of tequila above her head.
It's on one of our profiles somewhere.
I've definitely got it on mine.
Yeah.
Can you drop me? But yeah, what else has happened at Wales?
What hasn't?
That sounds so wrong!
Baby.
Oh, yeah. Another one of Ali's favourites was...
We got her into Supernatural, naturally. And me and Heather usually cosplay Sam and Dean. Mm-hmm. And we've just been wandering around.
She's going to have to wake up.
So. Oh, hell yeah. But I'm still doing season 1, season 2, though.
Yeah.
And we're wandering around, and we've obviously... Back when they used to have more props, they had Baby packed outside the where the talks were, and I didn't realise that bloody the guy who looked after the cars was wandering around. So we're taking pictures, and I was walking past it, and I'm like, oh, it's too bad we can't start her up. And Alex goes, oh, that would be epic. This guy just leans into the car and it just starts her up,
and it purred.
It is magic, man. I wanted to record it. But around that time I found out my camera had decided to leak on me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little compact... It's upstairs somewhere, Alice still got it. I don't know why. Probably the usual caveats, can't find it when you want to throw it out and we don't want to throw it out when you find it. No, it's like, we've been doing Wales almost as long as we've been doing Star Fury.
Yeah.
And, actually, yeah... It was Star Fury where... Sorry, it was Wales where Sean apologised, wasn't it? Sean Mayer,
yeah.
We went to Wales with one of Heather's friends, Cookie, who was a major Mark Sheppard fan. No accounting for taste, I'm afraid. I can't stand the guy. There's no secret. And sometimes they try and organise them so certain actors are sat with people who've been in shows with them, and sometimes it's just craziness. This point... Mark Sheppard was on one side and Sean Mayer was on the other. Now, different convention, I'd had a few issues with Sean Mayer, but because we were all going for Firefly reasons, I was still dressed as Simon, who's his character in Firefly. But I was telling Cookie about his character in Arrow while we were studying the key for Mark Sheppard. And I went, well, in Arrow, a lot of the bad guys are called by what they're known for. Like, Sean's character is called Shrapnel because he built the bombs. And I don't know if she asked why Badger's called Badger, or I just decided I just randomly came out with it. But I went, well, Badger could be known as Badger because he raises Reaver badgers. I don't know. And she couldn't look at him without seeing Reaver badgers now. But while she was facing one of her favourites, I'm stood every so often looking over at Sean. I'm going, I've got this new autograph book specifically, well, mainly for Arrowcast. And he's technically Arrowcast, so sorry, I'm going to put my issues with him to the side and go and face him. So those two are still in Mark Sheppard queue, and I walked over to Sean, and he looked at the book and looked up at me and went, "Oh, I remember you," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not surprised." And he went, "Wait a second, did I do something that upset you?" And I'm like, "Just a squeeze of it." It's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I get a little strange when I drink." I didn't say it, but I was thinking, you fucking bet.
Another one that we were talking about before, and some people might class this as a bad guest experience, but I think...
Emma Caulfield.
Yeah, I don't see it as a bad experience. I actually found it really, really funny. We went to get Emma Caulfield.
She's Anya from Buffy.
Yeah, you could either have a selfie or an autograph from her, and I decided to go for a selfie. So I went for a selfie, and I passed my phone to Midnight to take a picture, and she's like, "Oh, no recording, no recording, please, no recording." And I'm like, "No, it's fine. She's taking a picture." "No, I said no recording, please."
It took a few times.
Yeah, and I said, no, she's taking a picture. And then Emma just went, oh, and she couldn't apologise. And no, she's like, "I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry."
We're short around than most people, so it's always better if there's two of us.
Yeah. So I'm really sorry that she could not apologise enough. She was so nice. Yeah, it's just been Wales. Just been so many fun experiences as well. You know, the guests have always been, or in my experience, the guests have always been really nice.
Oh yeah, telling Anthony Stewart Head I'd never seen him as such a good bad guy, and then realising he was in Repo.
Yeah.
I'm a big Dominion fan. It deserved more than 2 seasons. And we just got halfway through season 1 in the UK, and I don't know why I went up to Anthony for Kaz whenever she was one of my friends at the time. I'm not sure what she thinks of me at the moment. She hasn't spoken to me in a while. And Ali's with him getting this his album off him, which I still need to get a copy of.
Yeah, me too.
And I just went to him. My head is not with it sometimes. I focus on what they're in at the moment and completely forget the past. And I went, can I just say, Anthony, I'm used to you as like good guys like Giles or great characters like Uther. I'm not used to you playing bad guys. It's weird. And she's looking at me like, are you completely like Sparko?
Repo, genetic Hopper.
I'm the one who made the freaking Zydrate bracelets the last time he came that he complimented her for wearing. If he comes again, I will remember.
But then, this is getting on to another video now, but you could argue that in Repo was a bit of a grey.
Oh yeah, because he was trying to do good
Yeah,
by
it's
doing
kind of like
bad.
a Jocelyn Hyde kind of character.
Which just reminds me of Star Trek Discovery.
Yes, no spoilers.
Because of Shazad.
Mm-hmm.
He was Jekyll and Hyde in Penny Dreadful. Right. So this year's their 10th anniversary. Wales' 10th anniversary. It's April 1. I'm not sure if it's going to count if there isn't a winter, or if he's going to count that as part of the anniversary or not. I doubt it. I'm not sure he can outdo himself this time.
No, but guess he's got.
I mean, there are some people who you wouldn't expect some of these guests, past or present, to be willing to go to a little town in the edge of Wales, near the middle of England, to a convention just to sit down for 2 days and sign their names and talk to random people, either semi-fans or complete nutbars like myself. And there are some who haven't done conventions like in the UK ever, even if they are English in some cases.
Yeah.
And there are some that have just started the con circuit, and then there's some that he's bringing back.
Yeah, and then there's people who want to do it every year, like Gareth David Lloyd.
Although he hasn't been announced this time.
So
None of the Torch Trooper ones have. Not that I've seen, anyway.
the thinking is probably going to be it.
Jonathan Davis.
Oh yeah. And then he's got Manu Bennett coming back, and
Which is really random because Manu's from New Zealand, which I can vouch for is an amazing place, and you're there going, New Zealand, Wrexham, not much competition. What the hell? But it's because the atmosphere is so cool.
yeah, it is. It is.
And it helps that Manu's slightly tapped. I love him. I'm not insulting him. I do actually love him.
And then you get, I was like, I think as well that's another thing where people. Same with Sean Harry here. Sean and Jamie. The team is just so.
The fans first organise the second.
Yeah.
When it comes to it, it's like a lot of conventions at the moment. The little ones, they'll rehash the same guests because it's the only ones they can get the claws on, and then they'll say it's because it's what everyone wants, but. Jamie and Sean, they actually listen.
Yeah.
Sean will snipe at you every now and then, but he's a geek as well as being an organiser. I think Jamie would snipe at you if you actually sat down and think about a fandom that he was into. Wrestling, PCW. What are they called?
Oh, they're not.
No, I mean, previously.
Oh yeah, they've even had PCW Wrestling Company.
Which is Preston, not anywhere in Wales.
And I think the organiser of PCW is friends with Jamie. So
I think most people try and be friends with Jamie.
So but yeah,
wasn't that the first place I met Joey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's got a lot of people bringing in owls, an owl sanctuary, bringing in owls or snakes and.
Yes, outside. What do you call it?
On the courtyard.
They have the display teams. You've got the replica cars or figures or whatever.
Bumblebee and things like that.
And then you've got conservation
Yeah.
charity stands.
And then, like, you've got, like, people who's into games and, like...
There's a gaming section now.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you...
I mean, one thing I would love for Jim to get Jack or Mark.
And he said he'd be interested, but
Yeah,
he's
he's having trouble getting hold of Jacksepticeye.
What was it? Last April, we went to the owl guy, and you ended up with a little small owl on you.
Called Angel.
Yeah, we ended up with an angel, with an owl on her hand, and I just went, what's it called? He went, Angel, and I'm like, why am I not surprised? The whole Shadowhunter connection. Yeah, Jamie is like most of the other organisers in the UK have not touched Shadowhunters yet.
Please,
but we're
Jamie.
working on it.
Please, Jamie.
And we ain't the only ones. I forgot what I said. Oh man, what the hell was I gonna say? Yeah.
But, you know, it's just... And it's gone from, like I said, first time I went was in 2009, before I knew Midnight in Alley. And I think at that time there was 1, 2, 3, 4... It might have been about a handful of guests. Like, you had, like, Kai Owen, Gareth David Lloyd, you had the girl who played Yanto's sister.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Miracle Day. Not Miracle Day, Children of Earth.
Yeah. The other one that will not be named.
You had the Red Dwarf guys. I think there's a couple of others. You had a couple of book.
I mean, he has authors and illustrators attending as well. He doesn't just go for TV and movie guests.
They had like a couple of stalls, and in 10 years, it's just expanded and expanded.
It literally takes over the entire campus now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, when I first went, I don't think they had official photos. You had to have it was a picture. You could have pictures at the desk, kind of thing.
Selfies before selfies happened.
Yeah.
Before they got cool.
Kind of thing. And I don't remember them being... Well, the first time I went, I only went for Gareth. So I just went in, had a picture of Gareth, got Gareth's autograph, and came out.
Was this when your mum said he had a nice ass, or were we talking about a different time?
No, we're at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. No, that's embarrassing. No.
Sometimes I'm actually glad my parents aren't geeks.
But, I went in, got Gareth's autograph, had a picture of him, had a quick walk round, and in an hour, no, not even an hour, half an hour, I'd done. Second time I went, it was a few more guests, a few more stalls, and now they actually started doing talks. And then the third time was when James Moran, this is no memory, James Moran was there, and I was talking about, they'd just done the Four Horsemen
Audiobook?
Highlander audiobook. So I was asking James Moran about the one he wrote called The Gift, that shows Mythos' story.
Now, Mythos is a big thing for us.
Yeah, so I asked him, like, did he think Mythos and Yanto would get along? And he was like, oh yeah, you know, and he went, and Gareth was like, what? She's usually asking me questions. What? She's not asking me one, you know, but
that's what you've given me an idea then, you carry on.
But yeah, you know, like, things like that, and just like little...
And it's thanks to Wales Comic Con that I had to put myself through the first two Star Wars movies. Yeah. I went to Miracle Day with...
Not the prequels, the originals.
I went to Miracle Day with, I think it was Vicky and Ali, and everyone was asking the usual horse-shaped bollocks questions. So I asked Gareth who his favourite authors were. I think I asked him before. I just something to say. And I went, come on, you expect me to go, by the way, have you heard of Cassandra Clare? So I did. And he said, never heard of her. Now that was like March, and the next... No, yeah, that was like March, and the next... that was April, and the next Worlds was in November or something.
Yeah.
So I got my claws on another copy of City of Bone, which is the first of the Martin Lishman books. And I was going to give it to Gareth. between that time, Ali kind of got sick of us two Shadowhunters. This is before the show came out, or just after we heard it was being made. And I went, all right then, I bet you I can go a full day without mentioning any of Cassandra Clare's work, any of the Shadowhunters, any of the Angels, anything. Right? It starts when we leave her house and ends when we get back. On the way there, she's still got internet data. Find out that, was it Bane Chronicles or was it Shadowhunter Academy?
It was actually the day before we went.
Oh, yeah. And we found out that Gareth was going to be the narrator of one of the Magnus Bane Chronicle books, which is like a side book for the Mortal Instruments.
Yeah.
And I'm like halfway there, I'm doing my best, trying not to talk about it, don't mention what we found out, just keep your gob shut. All this time, I'm willing to strangle Gareth, right? I don't actually have yet, and I haven't done anything that dangerous to him yet. And in the end, I just turned to Ollie and went, right, I put my foot in it. I said, I will do whatever you want if you allow this to be end of the bet because I need to say something to Gareth. She's smiling maniacally. I can't see what she's doing it back.
Probably giggling.
So I went up to Gareth and I slammed the City of Bone book down and I went, somebody said they'd never heard of Cassandra Clare and now somebody's doing Magnus Bane Chronicles? What was it? He asked about the Bum song or something?
The ass song.
Yeah. He asked if we'd heard it yet. And the audiobooks hadn't actually come out yet.
I'm like, not yet.
So I'm...
Oh no, we asked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he basically says, yeah, I did it. It was cool. I couldn't talk about it, which I'll admit, I understand. I know the rules. I mean, I'm script writing myself, so... So we did the usual rounds. We went to see everyone, got back to Ali's. These two look like they've been plotting something. Come out with, okay, for your forfeit, we're going to make you watch Star Wars. Before this point, I had prided myself on having never seen Star Wars. Little clips because of my cousins and stuff, but never seen it all the way through. And I've been stared down by a Wookiee. I've been hit with lightsabers, the usual. I'm a Trekkie. I always have been. And I'll never be the same again because I can't say that anymore. And it's thanks to fucking Gareth David Lloyd and Jamie from Wales Comic Con. Like, alright then. We've done memories. What about this year? Who are you looking forward to seeing?
There's so many.
There is for her, there's 3 for me.
Obviously, I'm probably not going to be able to see other ones who I want to see.
It's dream listing, though.
But that's the cool thing about Wales is 9 times out of 10, you don't get to see them this time. They'll be back. And
even the ones who've had mildly tough experiences, they write off the little bad things and they'll say the good things.
Yeah. I mean, like Mark Addy, another one I've just thought of. Mark Addy has been at almost every Wales Comic Con I've been at.
Robert Baratheon.
Yeah.
I'm crap with that's his name.
And every year he's been there, and every year I've gone, I said, I'll get his autograph. I'll get a picture of him. I'll get his autograph. I'll get a picture of him, and I never did. And then 2 years back, it was while he was in New Zealand. I said, right. I said to Cookie, right, fine, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go and get his autograph. I've been saying it every year. I'm gonna do it. So I walked up.
It's the same with Jonathan Rhys, the
Yeah.
Gimli.
I walked up and I got his autograph. And one thing that
The Knight's Tale picture. Yeah, you told me about.
One thing that stick out is one film I loved Mark Addy in was A Knight's Tale. And he had a picture of him, Heath Ledger, Paul Bettany, the guy who plays Rosh.
I can't pronounce his name.
The guy who played Rosh from Firefly, and himself on it, and the girl who played the Ironmaker, sword woman.
Smithy.
Yeah. With them on it, and he said, what picture would you like? And I said, can I have the Knight's Tale one? And on it he wrote, a man can change his stars, which is one of my favourite lines from the film. I didn't ask him to put that, but he just did. You know, obviously, like, it's a poignant line in the film, but he just wrote it and without asking, and you know, just like little things like that. And Mark, he is a really, really nice guy. What else? Oh yeah, see, people I'm looking forward to meeting this year. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to see them all, but Christian from the WWE, Sean Astin.
That is a rare one. Sean Austin's only ever, that I know of, he's only ever done like the standard appearances
LFCC,
here in the UK, the big ones like LFCC.
Yeah.
But he's doing Isle of Wight or Isle of Man Con?
Isle of Wight.
Isle of Wight Comic Con later in the year. And I don't know how much or how many people, how many bribes Jamie had to give to get Sean Astin to come to Wrexham, but my God, the amount of people who freaked out over that announcement. I was in a room full of mundanes, and I could tell it was going crazy.
I've Amy Jo Johnson, who I used to watch in Power Rangers.
She's like one of the iconic Power Rangers.
She's the original Pink Ranger.
Well,
the original American.
If anyone says that they've never heard of Power Rangers, they're lying to their teeth, or they're fans and they refuse to admit it. But if you show them a picture of Amy or Jason or Austin or David or I don't know his actor's name, they'll recognise it. They might not be able to tell you colours and stuff, but they'll recognise it. And most lads, not being heterophobic or anything here, will mainly recognise Kim because of her gymnastics. James Frain.
James Frain for
I'm both a Tudors fan and a Star Trek Discovery fan. And I missed my chance to meet James last year when he cancelled off Clone Club, the Offenbach Comic Con convention. Yeah, I'm not on this planet today. And then last week, every time someone gets announced now, everyone goes, take your guesses, if or guess who's going to come. And I just went, some old dude from Lord of the Rings and some washed up from Star Wars. In two breaths, Jamie announces Craig Parker and James Frain. Now, everyone knows I have a thing with New Zealanders, but Craig's important because he's in so many of my favourite things. And he told me some places to go when I went to New Zealand, and, well, he's Craig Parker. He's not right in the head. I love him.
Like I said, he was sat on the table singing my name every time I walked past.
And he actually knew who Raymond Thompson was, which in the UK is pretty unusual. Most actors don't remember who they worked with when they were kids. And Craig just went to me, oh, I used to work with Raymond when I was younger. Like back in the 90s, I'm like, that's probably the last time he had a show out. No offence, Raymond. But it has been a while since we've seen your work on TV. And then James Frain, he's Star Trek Discovery, he's Tudors, Grimm, Gotham for those who watch it, The Cape. He's been in so much stuff. My cousin's terrified of him because of 3 episodes he did of True Blood. And he's a Leedsy, like, well, I'm Pontefract actually, but I'm West Yorkshire, which counts. And I'm like, yes, please. I'm literally dying in my chair going, oh my freaking God, I finally get to meet James.
Yeah, and we've not actually got the list of the guests who's going to be there, but they said the 95% done, and it is just, I'm just really looking forward to it.
I mean, yesterday, I don't know the actor's name, but Jamie decided to throw another Gothamite into it by the lad who plays Bruce Wayne. Now, I've been told he's a pretty rare find when it comes to conventions. Last one he did in the UK, I think, was Heroes and Villains last year.
I don't know, because I didn't keep my eye on who was going to Heroes and Villains.
I haven't got him for punishment. When I know I can't do something, that's when I keep my eye on it the most. I don't know why. And it's like, well, like with Amy Jo Johnson, you've got people from shows when you were a kid, and people from shows that you're into now. And it's like, you ever sit there and like, oh my God, you were like my hero when I was like 5? Or, oh my God, you're my hero now.
Another memory I've just had is there used to be this kids programme called Nightmare.
Oh, he's there this year, isn't he?
Oh, you guys, eh?
Or is he Liverpool? He
Liverpool.
got announced for something.
It might even be Wigan, I don't know.
He got announced for something.
Yeah, but he was the master of the...
Pretty much the games master.
Yeah. And he was at the same time he was in New Zealand. I went up to him, I'm just like, I used to love this show when I was a kid. I always wanted to be on it. And he said, you know, we wanted to carry it on. He said, if it was up to us, it would still be going today. You know, the fact that they'll take time and have a conversation with you, as long as they've not got a queue a mile long, they'll take time and they'll have a conversation with you. Another, again, this is when he was in New Zealand. The girl who played Meg in Supernatural.
I can't remember her name.
Rachel. God, she's on my Facebook as well.
She's gonna love me for this.
Rachel, who played Meg in...
Milner?
Yeah.
Something.
In
Sorry.
Supernatural. She was so adorable. She was
See the cool people are always there when I'm not around.
She was just so nice, you know, like...
Yeah, somebody got to meet Amber Benson.
She's nice as well. Yeah, and like... She was lovely, you know, like, she didn't understand, or she kept saying, I don't get why people want to meet me, kind of thing, and she was just so nice.
Oh, she had the Arthur Darvill syndrome, then like, how the hell do you know who I am? Why are you interested?
Yeah. But she was so lovely, you know.
It's like, we wanted to talk about it because World's Comic Con means a lot to us, even if there aren't that many people there who we're interested in.
Yeah.
Or if there are people there that we're interested in. It's like last April was I was working on my Shadowhunters cosplay, well, one of them, for Hodge Starkweather. Yes, I cosplay Hodge. And one of my friends, Claire, she's a demon when it comes to making props. But we live in two different areas. So she made me these circle blades. They're like chakrams with a bit missing. And she couldn't like send through the mail. She did in the end, my second pair, but the first time we didn't think she could. So we met at World's Comic Con, and she gave me the circle blades, and I would not relinquish them, would I? I would not let them out of my hands. So when I went to meet Paul Amos, who was there, and he'd already seen us once round because Heather had a picture with him. And he was like looking at my hands and going, "What have you got in your hands?" And I'm like, "Oh, the props for a cosplay. I'll move them out of my way." And he's like, "Oh no, give me one." And he took it, and I don't mean to be evil to that side of things, but lads have bigger hands than lasses, even the fatter ones like me. And he minutely dislodged one of the blades. But then at your picture is awesome, by the way. Then at the convention that I was actually doing Hodge for, the actor who plays Hodge, John Carr, he accidentally dislodged the same blade. So, but it turned out that they both handled the circle blades, and they both worked together on two previous projects, right? Lost Girl, which is what everyone knows Paul Amos for if they don't. Is Assassin's Creed the game?
Yeah.
You're an Assassin's Creed fan, you know, Murder Mysteries, or you know, Lost Girl. And then also worked together when they'd been at the beginning of their careers on a student project called Forbidden Fruit, which is the most cringeworthy, awesome thing you will ever see. Trust me. Especially if you like Paul's London accent, to say that he's Welsh. And it's connections like that. It's Paul just like he likes talking to people, likes getting to know what you're into. You'll wax lyrical about anything. I'm not kidding. Especially if you have alcohol, but that's a different story. I think for the 10th anniversary, we're thinking of doing, we're hoping to do a Stargate cosplay, which won't work with the guests we want to meet, apart from one. But that's the fun of it. It's like, you can see cosplays from shows that no longer exist. You can see cosplays from shows that are brand new. And then there are people walk on... I've seen more mundanes walking around World Comic Con than I have any other convention because they actually feel, from what I've been told, that it's friendlier.
Yeah.
Because it's more welcoming different fandoms, games, wrestling...
Yeah. And the fact that...
Boxing, Bruno's going? Is he?
I don't know if he's going this time. I think he has been in the past, so he was going to, but...
No, he got announced. He's got announced this time because he's just been announced for LFCC as well.
Yeah. But they have football players there.
Something to do with a duck puppet. Somebody's got a cosplay put together.
Ah, okay.
I think he's meant to be Ed the Duck.
Ah, okay.
We're not the craziest fans ever, trust us. You like that, won't you? Nah, Wales is important to us as well as being for the convention side of things, because it's like a fixed point in time, as they say in St. Doctor and Torchwood.
Yeah.
It's 1 or 2 times a year when we get together, where it's just the 2 of us, or if Ali can get the time off, and we just hang out. I mean, I think the first time I met Paddy your dog was at Wales, wasn't it? So
Probably.
we were fighting with a pop bottle.
Yeah.
And it's like, I live in Pontefract, right? To get to Wrexham on my own would be, what did Tammy say it was? A bus,
A long time.
2 trains, and you get there at 4 o'clock, and Wales Comic Con finishes at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So,
it's a day's travel.
From Heather's, it's about
An hour.
an hour. From Ali's, it's the same, unless you take the tunnel or go to Gayness.
Yeah. And about an hour and a half from mine, about an hour from me.
Yeah. So it's an excuse to get together, because you have to get together to get, well, in my case, to get there.
Yeah.
And it's like, people go from all over. I spent, I think it was most of, was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday, trying to help my friend who's from London find a way to get there, because they announced Sean Austin and who else it was that she wants to meet. Somebody else she wants to meet. I can't bloody remember. Too many geeks. Now, one day they'll get Shadowhunter guests.
Yeah.
We're hoping. Hell, even if he gets on the shoot ahead again, we can go and talk to him, because he played the Angel Raziel. Or Raziel, as it. Sorry, I'm not going to go into that. I think we've gone on a little while.
Anyway, yeah. We're really looking forward to Wales Comic Con.
By the way, it's February, and Wales Comic Con isn't until April. So, like, if you're watching this and you don't know what the feck we're talking about, go onto the Facebook or go onto the website or go on the Twitter, for God's sake.
Yeah, just look up at
Check it out, dude.
Wales Comic Con.
There's somebody there for everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you're into Star Wars. Alright, dudes.
Right. No, love you lots, much like Jelly Tots. Bye.
And I can't deal with lung prospect with my other hand.
Bye. I'm going to stop it now.